What's up, tech wizards? Today I'll be showing you how to use GitHub and integrate it with your VS Code IDE in order to keep a track of your projects and to maintain version control. And we're doing this because, let's be honest, no one wants to use the terminal or command line prompts. So let's get into writing some insane code. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a project from scratch in GitHub and keep a track of a project using GithUb Desktop. We'll first have to download GithUb Desktop and VS Code for this to work. But before we do that, what is GitHub even? GitHub is a version control platform to save existing projects and to work on projects in a team. But you tech wizards probably already knew that. Let's now look at downloading VS Code and GithUb Desktop for your computer. So here's how you do it. I can link it in the description below, and it's as simple as this. And similarly for VS Code, just type in download VS Code for Mac, and there should be a link and you can download it for your device. So let's begin by going to GitHub and creating a new repository for our project. So let's make a new repository and let's just call it test project and make it public, and we can have add a readme if you want people to see a description of our project, but let's just leave that out for now. And let's create this repository, and then all you have to do is set up in desktop, because assuming you have downloaded GithUb Desktop, and to do that I'll link it in the description below, but it's as simple as typing in download GithUb Desktop for your certain computer, and then all you do is clone the project and save it in a local path anywhere on your desktop, and then clone, and then we can see that we are in the current repository of test project, and then we can go ahead and open in Visual Studio Code. Once we're inside Visual Studio Code, we can start creating all our files. Let's create index.html. And as you'll notice, everything we create, all the code we add will initially be in green, because this means we haven't committed the changes to the master branch. H2 tag over here. John Wilkes Booth. And yeah, so this is green, and all you have to do to commit this to the master branch, as you can see at the bottom, we're in main and there's a star next to it, meaning we haven't committed recent changes. And if we just close this and go to GithUb Desktop, it'll tell us the changes we've made, and obviously I have Command S to save the changes. And if you've got any new changes pending to save, if there's a circle right up here by index.html, there's a white circle. So if I get rid of this and add H1 Martin Garrix and click Command S, that circle disappears, and that means we have to now commit our changes. And all you have to do is write a short description. So test heading elements for YouTube. Hi YouTube. And then all we do is commit it to main, publish the branch, and then we can go ahead and see in our code under our commits, we can see test heading elements for YouTube, and we can see the code that we added and any comments about the code. And that is how to use GitHub to track your progress for your projects. And I'll show you an example of quite a big project I've been tracking on GitHub. So this is my GitHub account, and if we go to my personal website, we can see all my pull requests that I've ever made, We can see the 25 closed ones, and you can see all of these pull requests. So let's go to a random one, styling for the About Me section, and I can check out the commit over here. And I can see the code I took away, the code I added, so all of this styling. And it's just a way for developers to track their progress, especially in a team. You can have measures where you can create a branch. So sometimes you don't want to directly edit the main branch, and it'll be good to create an extra branch from your code by just clicking new branch. Let's just do that real quick. Let's do it in our test project. For you to then commit to the test branch, and then a superior of yours to then go into your test branch and then commit the changes, merge the changes into your main branch if they see fit. So let's go into our test project. Let's go into our branches, new branch, test branch, hi YouTube. Usually don't give it as stupid of a name as that. And then if we go into VS Code, we can actually just go from down here. You can look that you have test branch hi YouTube here, so that any changes you make to the test branch, let's just do h3 the baby, you can then save it, and it'll be green to show you your new code. It's got a star showing you need to commit changes, and then you can write a little description, test again the baby test, and then commit it, push it. And then, because we're in a test branch, we're in a separate branch to the main, you actually got to create a pull request so that superiors, or in this case, because there are no superiors, because I own this project, I can just look and actually merge it instantly into my main branch. Usually, there's no real need to create branches if you're working on a project by yourself, but then let's create the pull request, and then a superior can come in and look at the request I've made. These checks just indicate if I've not leaked any passwords or anything. And then we can merge pull request, give an email to merge it to, confirm it, and then bam, done, merge to main. And so that's how we can use GitHub and integrate it with VS Code to streamline our process, to not need to use the terminal and any command line prompts to keep track of your projects and your version controls. And that's all there is to it. Thank you to those who made it to the end of this video. I'd like to invite you tech wizards to next week's highly anticipated, highly requested video, so keep in tune. Until next week.